What is going on, everyone? Jason, Train Freak here. Aaron, Train Freak Jr.'s here. It's lunchtime. Steve Childers ended his live stream early, and we're going to be here for about 30 minutes. So, don't know if we'll see a train today. We might not. But, anyways, let's see if anyone wants to pop in. Who knows? Maybe someone will pop in the chat. Maybe someone won't. And we'll just kind of see what is going on. So, I do have a video coming out tomorrow, huge mail call. If you are a channel member, you've probably already seen that video because all channel members do get early access. I've also, in that video, I have requested my channel members to come up with a name for an industry. So we will see. I've already gotten some good names. So, but I'm also going to have one, maybe two more industries that I might need names for, and maybe what they do or their function. So we'll kind of see what happens as things goes on. It looks like now I'm starting to get people in on the stream. So far, no comments yet, but who knows? So if you're in the stream, say hi so I can say hi back. And that would be Cowboy Steve as the first one up. What's going on, Steve? Hopefully you are having a good Friday. Hopefully the storms that are in my area are not going up your direction. Hopefully you're just getting rain because we haven't per se have been rocked. Keep in mind we got more coming later, but there have been some communities around me that have been totally wiped out. So, but yeah, I got Junior here with me, so y'all can say hi to him too. For those who don't know, we have pulled Junior out of public school. We are homeschooling him.
So I'll be here more often.
So he will be here as many times as I'll be here. And yeah, we're getting a lot of flooding too. They are pretty much telling us that we're supposed to get like over a foot of rain, which is crazy. Tornado came through, that would have been Wednesday night, and hit Bay, Arkansas, and that is on the BNSF Thayer sub, and it basically took out two trains. One was a mixed freight, and the other one was an intermodal or a stack train. So Bay, Arkansas, that tornado, like I saw it on the Storm Chasers live feed. It's easily an EF4. Would not surprise me if it's an EF5 because that thing was churning and turning. So, Richard Powell is here. What's going on? Colin Wykes, Kyle Stevens. What's up, guys? Hopefully, y'all are having a good Friday as well. Yeah, and he has really grown up so much that he likes that long hair, and when he smiles, I kid you not.
Stop. No, we do not talk about that.
Just go watch Happy Gilmore and you tell me who he looks like.
No, do not bring up Miss Book.
You brought it up, not me.
Oh, okay. I see it now.
But anyways, so what all y'all got going on? Projects on the workbench? What are y'all doing with the layout? What y'all know good? Chat it up. Tell me what you got going on. I'm gonna look and see if we got a train. I don't know if we do or don't. And it's a little harder because I'm in my wife's car. It sits a lot lower to the ground, so I have to kind of look over a hill.
Yeah, I can be your lookout.
I don't see anything, so
I'll be your lookout.
Hope you guys don't get all the expected rain. We've already got a lot of it, and I know there's more to come, more severe weather. They have us in, I believe it's a moderate risk, which is the 4 out of 5 category. So far, no tornadoes on us. We got a little bit of hail Wednesday night. So yeah, but no, they're expecting like over a foot of rain here. Like we've already got roads that are already water's going over. So I mean, just go ahead and bring it on, I guess. So yeah. What's everybody else got going on? Any big plans this weekend? For those that are just coming in the chat, I see the number growing up. Not a lot of people talking, but that's okay. I do have a video coming out tomorrow. So it's basically a big mail call. And channel members get to see it early. So speaking of channel members, the first one has come in the stream. We got Marty M saying, "What's up, Train Freak and Junior? Good to see y'all." It's good to see you too, buddy.
Hello, Marty.
Kyle is saying, "I haven't done much with the layout. I need to start ordering track and mostly scenery stuff." Dude, I'll tell you, scenery stuff, that gets expensive. And we got another channel member in the house. We got Joe Rader and the Black Rock Central here saying, "Hey, freaks, what's going on, Joe? Glad you're here as well. And if y'all got any questions for Junior, y'all feel free to ask him questions too.
I'd love to hear him.
Maybe y'all ask him why he don't model no more."
Please, no, no. Okay, you can ask me anything but that.
So,
But in all seriousness, I'd love to hear what y'all.
and we got another channel member in the house. We got Dwight Kerley, also known as the Kerley Express. Hi, freak and little freak.
That's actually a really good.
He's
name.
not very little anymore.
I'm almost your height.
Well, yeah, you're right at my height.
No,
So,
I'm a little bit lower, but I mean.
all right, Richard Powell is saying that he is doing scenery and trees and a little bit of weathering and graffiti on some rolling stock. That's pretty cool. What trees are you using, Richard? Hey, we got Dave from Scott Rails in the house. What is going on? And we got another channel member in the house, Mom and Son Train Rail Fans. Hi, guys, and all in the chat. So what is going on, Tammy and Ray? So I hope y'all are having a great week. I hope the storms are not hitting y'all like they're hitting us.
Brutal.
And yeah, it's right now we don't have rain, which is, I don't know if this is a blessing or a curse, because we're getting more storms later and it's not raining, which means it's not keeping the atmosphere stabilized. But we've already got 2 days worth of rain and there's more rain to come. So I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. So I'm a little concerned with it. Let's see. Manny Fernandez. What's going on, buddy? Always good to see Manny in the house. And let's see. Kyle has been weathering his B&O units. That's pretty cool. Sorry if there's a shaky cam because this one keeps moving around.
I'm trying to check and see if there's a train. Thank you very much.
Well, just get out of the car and stand up and look.
Okay.
So he's going to get out of the car. He's going to stand up and he's going to look and see if we have anything coming. Maybe a green signal. Who knows? I'm having a hard time getting out of this door because this is my wife's car and she decided that when Bambi decided to run out in front of her the other day, that she was not going to stop or slow down. Actually, she didn't have time.
There's a green signal down there.
Okay, well, just come on in. It's probably dark. So her car's got a little bit of damage, so that's why we're in it, because I only have to drive a few miles to work. The only thing that's wrong with it, besides body damage, there's a little bit of wheel rub on the area of the car that got hit. So I'm using it because I only work 7 miles from home, where she works about 35 to, well, probably more than that, probably about 50 miles, 40 to 50 miles, somewhere in that area. So we live on the northeast side of Little Rock, actually a few towns out of Little Rock, and she works in West Little Rock. So she has to go through North Little Rock and Little Rock to get to where she works at. Hey, Papa John Trains, what is going on? All right, Richard Powell's saying, not sure of the exact name, but they're from my local Hobby Lobby. Okay. And Marty M is saying, just built the Waters sanding tire and drying house in N-scale, painted and weathered with acrylics. That's awesome. And then, yep, Scott. Oh dear, that's pretty much it. So the one that she hit it was like maybe a 2-year-old doe. It's a little bigger than a yearling, but not fully big, but all the damage is on the driver's side. So the driver's side door just opens far enough for me to squeeze my fat butt in and out.
Makes you wonder what would happen if he hit a full-grown buck.
Yeah, but it probably been a lot more damage.
Exactly.
A whole lot more damage. So, yeah, hey Bernard, yeah, he's grown up a little bit. He'll be 14 in July, so he's almost to the big 1-4, which means he gets to start driving pretty soon.
Oh, no, do not trust me behind the wheel, folks. Do not trust me behind the wheel.
Hey, Mystic. That's right. Colonel Cottonbelt and Buck Private Cottonbelt. So.
Sounds so wrong.
That's what it's called. Buck Private.
Oh, you said Buck.
B-U-C-K. Buck Private.
It still sounds so bad. You're
Oh, we have a question for Junior.
Gonna have a layout eventually. I mean, I did it one time, but and I'm sorry to let y'all down if I do, but I kind of lost interest. So
yeah, it happens. So he has a layout. There's not much on it. It's just track and painted plywood.
There's barely any scenery.
It's actually in the train room, just put up out of the way. So it's an in-scale layout. When I designed it to sit on the floor on little casters, and it hovers off the floor about that much, and it rolls. So it was designed to roll under his bed when he wasn't playing with it, and then he could roll it out and run trains with it. But it's in scale, so it easily fits under the bed. But yeah, he technically has a layout. He just don't do anything with it.
Sorry, folks.
Hey, there we go. Every time I look at my cotton belt caboose, I think of you, freak. Well, I appreciate that, Papa John.
Have you made your own custom train freak painted cotton belt car? Have you ever done that yet?
Not yet.
Aww.
So Ian Melling, hi everyone. Is Hut Preston Lancashire? Are you okay? Yes, I am doing good. How about you? Sergeant Southern Mystic. Okay, I like that. Sergeant Southern Mystic.
That's pretty creative.
And we got Captain Kyle. So Captain Kyle Stevens. We're getting all the ranks in here.
Why do y'all get all the cool military ranks? I'm stuck with Buck Private.
Because you're down at the bottom. So
this is what I'm talking about. Kids don't get no attention nowadays. They don't get no attention.
All right, so Tammy and Ray are out there saying, be safe. We're going to do our best. We got more weather coming in this evening. We're 3D printing Lego plates. That's pretty cool. Starting to get hot and going to be almost 90. Yeah, that's nasty. That is nasty. Yes, Bernard, yes, Junior still has his trains.
I do. I just don't use them.
And Joe says you got to start at the bottom before you can go up to the top. So,
I mean, you're not wrong, but still, y'all aren't starting at the bottom.
So who would be in the general ranks? That's what I want to know.
Whoever created model railroading. Oh no, they'd be higher than that.
Dwight, I could see Dwight being corporal. Corporal Dwight. That would be a good one. See, Kyle says we all start at the bottom, Junior.
No, y'all do not.
Yeah, we do.
No, y'all do not.
See, Mystic, he started below the basement.
What's below the basement?
The ground.
Well, yeah.
It's just further down in the ground.
No, the basement is below the ground.
No, it's still above the ground. It's in the ground.
Oh, okay.
Derail Darrell. So General Derail Darrell. I like that. That's a good one, Tammy. Next time I talk to Darrell, I'll tell him you said that. I think he would appreciate it. So for those who don't know, Darrell is taking a break from YouTube for a while. I think he got hit with the burnout bug, and I hope he comes back. Darrell's a good friend of mine, and I talk to him on occasion here and there. So Flying Crow, I would definitely say lieutenant for him. And Papa John made it to sergeant in the Army. But we'll run out of ranks and we'll have to put some people as like Navy ranks.
No, because that won't work. Because if I do recall, unless if it's like cargo ships, trains normally go on the ground. So
Marine Corps is a department of the Navy, but they use a lot of the ranks as the Army.
I thought they were part of the ground.
Yeah. Tammy, I talk to him every few weeks. I used to talk to him a lot, but I think ever since he kind of got, hit with the YouTube bug, he's just been kind of to himself lately.
General John SRV.
Yeah. Yes, John SRV. I would put him as the 5-star general. John SRV, definitely 5-star. So he would be general of the train army. So, absolutely. Oh, me. So, I'm not going to do a full hour stream this time because I was originally on Steve Childers' stream and had to hop off, or he had to hop off, so it kind of cut early.
I'm so sure.
So, yeah, Admiral Anthony Dodge. I like that one. Opa Dodge is an admiral. That's a good one, too. Definitely.
That's pretty good.
So we're going to have, well, and see, they do move trains on a ferry too.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So
maybe they do.
So Opa would be doing the ferry trains. So Joe is saying they promoted me to, I'm assuming that is staff sergeant, to try and get me re-enlisted, and it didn't work. All right, we got a $5 super chat from Tammy and Ray. Hold on. Let me do it this way. Stay still. Got it?
Wait,
all right, y'all ready?
Wait, what?
I need you to look that way. Just look that way. Ding, 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 ding.
No! No!
There you go. Thank you, Tammy and Ray.
All
right. All right, howdy. Did I miss anything? Any trains? No trains have come by yet, but with maybe you made it in because I just did it. Was
No.
ringing the bell over there.
No, there was no bell. There was no bell.
So and that's something I still need to do. I need to research that signal that I got, or not signal, but it was a grade crossing bell. And I still need to find the right power adapter for it. I think it's 12 volt 2 amp, and I had a 12 volt 1 amp, and it was moving it, but not enough. I think I need the 2 amps to get it a little bit more juice. And so if I ever go live at home and y'all super chat, super stickers, whatever, I'm going to use a button to ring that bell. So unfortunately, I can't bring that thing with me, and me going live is kind of spur of the moment. Like, I don't ever plan on going live at the tracks, so I really don't want to tote that thing around, and in her car, I don't have a way to plug it in. So Bernard is saying Junior's head sounds pretty hard. Yeah, it's pretty hard, all right.
Hey, it ain't that hard.
It's hard.
No, it's not.
So
okay, give me that. Let me show you.
Oh, Andrew popped in. Hold on. Hey, 156, Andrew, Shortbread Express. What is going on? Ding and Dong sounds like a morning show. Yeah, it does. So
Ding and Dong.
That's why we call you Ding Ding.
I'm Ding Ding, you're Dong Dong.
Okay. So Tammy, Ray, I hope that is suffice for your generous contribution to the channel, so that way you can ding, he gets dinged.
Stop.
I am doing pretty good, Andrew. Thank you for asking. We've had some storms in the area. We got more storms coming. Localized flash flooding, which my house is not going to be on threat because I'm on top of the hill. So I get to watch the water rush down in the valley behind my house, so I'm not worried about that. Hey, Boxcar Jerry is in the house. What is going on with you? And yep, so since everyone is in the chat, just FYI, if you're wondering why Junior's with me and not in school, and that's because we have pulled him out of public school. He is a homeschooled student, so he gets to come to work with me while he's working on his school lessons. So yeah, and he's actually doing a lot better because of it. So, Wendy's. So, Tammy, does you or Ray or anyone in your family, do y'all ever dip your fries in the Frosty? It is so good.
Y'all are crazy.
It is good. I don't know what it is. And it's, for some odd reason, it's better in the chocolate than the vanilla Frosty.
I thought you preferred like vanilla or strawberry.
I don't think, do they make a I don't think they make a strawberry Frosty. For the longest, they didn't even make a vanilla. It was just chocolate is all you could get. So I've tried it with the vanilla. It's okay. It's not as good as the chocolate though. That is no lie. I got to go back to that comment. No lie at all, and that's one of the reasons why we pulled him out.
They're terrible. It's a problem.
So, but also for those who don't know, Junior is also technically on the spectrum. He's not, and when I mean spectrum, I'm talking autism, and there's different levels of the spectrum. So him and Ray are not on the same, I would say, side of the spectrum. They're both on the spectrum. But with Aaron, kids that are on the spectrum, they can, I'll put it this way, kids that are not on the spectrum typically like to pick on kids that are on the spectrum a whole lot more than picking on other kids that are not on the spectrum. And so that was the issue we've had with Aaron and a lot of bullying, and
they don't just pick on
and the schools don't do nothing about it, And so his grades were tanking because of it, and he was homeschooled once before, and then once we got a diagnosis, it took 3 years of fighting with because we knew something was not right. With his learning and whatnot, and like reading comprehension is just tank water. He's a lot better at it now than what he used to. But moral of the story is he has been homeschooled before, went back to public school thinking that now that we got his diagnosis that he would get the services that he need. And we wanted him to socialize with other kids. And then it is just a bullying just kept going. His grades started tanking again, and we pulled him back out. And now his grades are really good.
I mean, I did socialize with other kids. I made a lot of good friends. I mean,
yeah, he still has a few friends, but
I mean, like those one kids who just like think it's funny to like just like decide to talk to the quiet kid that they have no business talking to. That's basically what happens to me. Like, they're talking to me, they act like they're making good conversation, but really they're just making fun out of it.
All right, I'm gonna kind of catch back up on the chat. Jerry, I haven't seen a train yet. Doesn't mean there will be. Doesn't mean there won't be. I'm not sure. I heard one go by this morning, but I don't know if it went north towards Poplar Bluff or if it went towards White Off and went to Memphis. Or if it was a southbound train. I heard it from my office, but I don't know if train traffic's going to be heavy right now due to all the storms from Wednesday up in northeast Arkansas. I mean, a lot of towns got hit hard where the railroads are. Several trains derailed because of the storms. It was just very nasty. Mystic thinks he's got 1 foot in the spectrum. I believe that. And Mystic thinks you're a cool kid. Yeah, he's a cool kid.
Yeah, it's just a shame.
All right, Timmy says, my son is on the spectrum and high function, but hates people where Ray loves people. That's why we homeschooled Anthony. And that's part of it. I mean, it's not like, autism is not a one size fits all. It is very different. So like Aaron here, he's high functioning. For him, he has a hard time picking up socialization cues, like facial cues. So you could be a brand new person to him that he's never met in person and be sarcastic and he thinks you're serious. Or he might have a hard time and he thinks you're being sarcastic when you could be serious. So he has a hard time with that. But his is more social cues than anything. And then reading comprehension. Sometimes, like, he understands what words are, but putting words together to get a thought or a theory behind it, he struggles with. The kid is super smart when it comes to math problems, as long as it's written out numerically.
History.
So, like, if you put like 4 plus 5, he can tell you it equals 9 in like just seconds. But if you was to go and say that you had 4 apples and you grabbed 5 more off the tree, he'll struggle with that.
I hate word problems.
So
one of the worst things that ever came into math.
All right. So has someone who had to go through special ed and was technically on the edge of the spectrum, it can be hard to go through school. Yeah, absolutely. And I think all of us are somewhere on it, but some are more so than others. So, and thank you, Richard. I really appreciate that. So good for you, Junior. And your parents have your best interest in homeschooling, and that's what we try to do. We try to do what's best for our kids. Once you get past high school, it gets a lot better.
Thank you.
That's no lie.
I mean, there's still drama. There's still problems.
And see, that's something else too, Tammy. What works for one does not work for all. We did both for Aaron. Aaron started in public school. He did kindergarten. He did
through third grade.
Well, we pulled him out in 3rd grade, and his whole thing was like in kindergarten, he was already learning how to recognize words. So it wasn't just letters, but words in kindergarten. You typically don't see that till 1st grade. So he was ahead of a lot of people. But 3rd grade came along, bullying started happening. We pulled him out, but that's also when we knew that he was struggling with some things too. He wasn't getting the help that he needed from the teachers. And the way the education system is now versus like when I was a student, they would typically put you in a classroom with peers that had roughly the same strengths and weaknesses as you did. It wasn't just a Mod Podge mix of students, right? Now they put like this huge Mod Podge. So you can have some kids that are down here, some kids that are up here. And what they do is they fully focus on those down here to try to get them to up here. And at the same time, these kids up here are bored because they're not being challenged. And so we pulled him out in 3rd grade. In the middle of 3rd grade, he came back in the middle of 6th grade. So yeah, 3 years. And then we pulled him out 2 years later in 8th grade. So, and we've decided that he's not going back public school. So he's only got 4 more years. And I think, so we are part of a program called K-12, which K-12 is a nationally accredited program. But the Arkansas Virtual Academy is the institution that he is signed up with, which is an online public school. So he does get interaction with other students and a teacher through Zoom classes. And he does have a schedule that he has to keep up with. But he's also on what's called a flex program, which is a fast track program. So he might be able to graduate high school maybe a year earlier and possibly start taking college classes when he would have been a senior in public school. Yeah, Anthony Dick, K-12, they are great. Yeah, I love their program. It is a very, very good program. So, all right. So Kyle is saying, yeah, I definitely can say once you make it to the adult world, it is surprisingly a lot better, even for someone like me.
Really?
Yes and no.
Like, isn't there like choices to go to college and like taxes and bills and stuff?
So when you do make it as an adult, there is less of the bullying issues for sure, because people do get more mature over time. There's still a little bit of immaturity out there, but it's you don't really have the bullying problem that you do in school, especially in colleges and whatnot, because colleges is now a whole bunch of people that don't know people, or they might maybe go with a friend here, friend there, because you're not going to college for your friends. You're going to college for where, one, you got scholarship offers, like if you do sports or band or something else, and then, or if you're what you're trying to be when you grow up has those studies for you to go to college. So when I went to college, I went to a school and it was only an hour and a half from away from where I lived. And I think only 2 people from my school went to college there, and they were not in my grade. One was 2 grades above, and then the other one was either 1 or 2 grades behind me. I can't remember. So that has been years ago. Let's see here. Me too. But if I was to deal with humans, I would rather have people over and play trains with me.
True.
Than do it alone. So, a Toys R Us kid. All right, so Anthony graduated a 1.5 early and is doing online college. See, there's nothing wrong with that. That is awesome. That depends on the majors that they go to. I would definitely say in the gen ed classes, absolutely right. If it's in a field, a specialized field, that would be kind of hard to do. Because like for me being in the computer sciences field, I'm not really sure where social engineering would come in with computer sciences. But if you're talking like gen ed classes like English lit and you're trying to spin a narrative on it, or where you have to take psychology or sociology, like you have to have one of those 2 classes. Oh, that's easy to do in those classes. So I think it has to do more or less like what your major is. And Joe said he never wanted to go to college. He hated school. That's why Joe was in the military. And Joe, actually, I need to talk to you later because one of my coworkers used to work where you used to work when you were at the Little Rock Air Force Base. So I need to get with you on that later. So I'll probably just call you. All right, Richard, got a 1:45 pain management appointment. I hope you are not in pain much longer. So I hope you have a great day. Happy railroading to you. Thank you for popping in, and you take care of yourself, bud. We will see you next time.
Have a great day.
And I'm sure they do. And it also depends on the school, too. Oh, someone got blue lighted right in front of us. All right, let's see here. Anthony says he has no need for people outside our house. They do nothing for him. Also, he has no filter and says what's on his mind. That means Anthony is a very blunt person.
Oh, wait, what is...
Aaron is a very blunt person.
Wait, how am I blunt?
You say what's on your mind sometimes when you shouldn't. Oh, we got a train. Hold on. Let me see if I can get the camera flipped. I'm sure y'all want to see it, right? All right, settings, camera. Here we go. I'm flipping it around right now. Let's see here.
Train's not coming.
I think I'm going to have to... Oh, no, that made it worse. Well, y'all going to have to see a little bit of that. Okay, that was weird.
Not really coming very fast.
Oh, he's coming. Yeah, he's not very fast, but he is coming. So, lucky for y'all, y'all do get a train today. You get a train and you get a lot of dash to the car.
Ain't that special?
Oh, lucky for y'all, y'all get these ZLAMN. ZLAMN.
Slam?
Yep. I'm going to try to angle the camera up a little so y'all can see it a little better. There we go. How about that? So for those who want to know what the ZLAMN is, Z trains are express, and LA stands for Los Angeles, so that'd be Los Angeles, California. MN would be Marion or Marion, Arkansas. Marion, Arkansas, there's a UP intermodal yard there. That is on the Arkansas side of Memphis, Tennessee. It's just north of West Memphis. And it's not moving too fast, so I think they're just being cautious due to all the rain. And guys, once this train goes by, I will have to sign off. Hold that.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Because it's going to be time for me to go back to work. Yep, double stack. That is exactly what it is. And there's 53-foot trailers. So it looks like we've got 40-foot containers, 80-foot container. 40-foot, 20-foots. Those are more 40s. Some 40-foot cars there. This very well could be the G4. No, sir, you cannot have my pizza.
Aw.
Yeah, Joe, unfortunately, I have to go back to work. I got to make a paycheck. Hey, I've only got 15 more years to go, and then I can retire. Now, if I was to leave and work for another company that's retirement is not through the state of Arkansas, then that's going to put my retirement age up higher. Oh, wow, we got some open containers, y'all. Look, that door's open. That door's open.
That door's open.
That door was open.
Oh, no more?
So, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is ZLAMN now that I'm seeing open containers. I have to call my buddy and tell him that. But, yep, you got some intermodal thief going on. So near our other house, they had some container cars blow over on a stationary intermodal. Yep, bandits.
I just see an Illuminati triangle.
You might have. Yep, bandits for sure. Now, if this thing has DPUs on it, or if it has locomotives on the rear end, oh, there's some more open containers. So here you're fixing to see some green double stacks, and you'll see an orange one on the top. The next green has got an open door right there. So more bandits. But if this one does not have any locomotives in the middle or the back end, then most likely it is the ZLAMN because they break the train in half in Dallas. So, all right, guys, let me flip the camera back. And y'all get to see me for a minute, see my ugly mug. There we go.
See your Ugg mug.
All right, guys. Well, hey, Junior here is off to the side. I'm not going to angle the camera because we actually got to go. So I appreciate y'all joining in, hanging out with me. Before you leave, smash that like button, especially since I was able to give you a train today. So, and if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. I do have a video coming out tomorrow, so be on the lookout for it. And y'all just be safe out there, and we'll see y'all next time. Take care.
Bye.